Hello, this is Julia. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. In today's video, we are building this base game family home that I made, and I am super excited about sharing this video because I don't really make any base game builds. This is like my second base game build on this channel, so I am super excited about this, and I really like how this build turned out, and I really hope that you guys will like it too. So this home has 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and I built this on a 30 by 40 lot, and yeah, I made it with just base game, and it was quite a challenge for me. But actually, like, the exterior of this build was quite easy, and I was like very surprised about that. I really thought that it would have been harder for me, but it was like quite easy, and I didn't even struggle with it like that much. So I was like very satisfied that I chose to make a base game build. But then when I moved to the interior, then the struggle began, because some of the like base game items that we have, I just don't like them, and it was very hard to find all the objects that I needed for this home with just the base game. And I was like so annoyed at times when I was making this, because I was just like, I want to use that couch that came with that pack and stuff like that, but I couldn't do that because I was building with just base game. And yeah, it was a real challenge, but I am happy that I chose to do that. And I am going to be doing more of these in the future, because I have been asked several times about, do I make any base game builds or limited pack builds and stuff like that, because people are not able to use my builds because they don't have all the stuff, and then when the game just replaces all that stuff, it starts looking all wonky and stuff. So I want to make some base game builds and limited pack builds so that everyone has a chance to use my builds. So if you don't have any packs, at least you can use this build if you want to. And I think that this build turned out very nice, and I just love everything about this build. It is just like a perfect family home. And I didn't mention this at the beginning, but there is also an office and a home gym in this home, and I really enjoyed that I was able to add those things. And I also added a pool to the backyard of this home, and I thought that it was a very nice addition, so the Sims can just go swimming in there. And I just love to have a pool for my Sims if I'm playing the game. I don't know why, but I just really enjoy that for some reason. So I really love to add pools to my builds. But yeah, what I wanted to say about the like exterior of this build is that I was very inspired by a picture that I saw on Pinterest. So I didn't really like see it that much, or I just took like a good look at it, and then I just started making this, and I tried to make it a little bit similar, but I didn't like use it as a reference picture or anything. So this is not like at all the same looking, but I was very inspired by that picture, and I am very happy that I saw that picture, because otherwise I might have never made this build. And I really enjoyed making this build. Like, I had a lot of fun even though it was a little bit annoying sometimes to only use the base game, but it was still a very fun challenge for me, and I will definitely try to do this more often so that everyone has a chance to use my builds. So about the floor plan of this home, I think that it turned out very nice and it looks very like good. I think that it looks super functional and all the rooms are like just the right size. They're not too big, but they're not too small either. And that is exactly what I like to do for my builds. So I don't like the rooms being like super big, but then I don't like them to be like super tiny either, because then it's a little bit hard, you know? But yeah, what I wanted to say also about this build is that I thought that all the like kids rooms turned out like so nice, and I was like surprised about how good they looked in the end, because I was always like thinking that all the kid stuff that we have in the base game is just awful and that I would never want to use it. But I actually figured out that the stuff that we have for kids in the base game is actually quite amazing, and you can do very like awesome things with those things, and I am so happy about that. Like, it was so much fun to make this build, and I really recommend everyone else trying to make a base game build if you're like super used to using like all the packs or something, because it is such a fun challenge. But anyway, about this kitchen that we are making currently, I think that it turned out very nice. I tried to make it look like quite traditional, but then I tried to add a little bit more modern look to it. Actually, I tried to do that with this entire home, so I wanted it to be traditional looking, but with some elements that are a little bit more modern, like chairs or maybe like some desks or something like that. I tried to make look a little bit more modern, kind of like it is an old home, but then they have like added some new things in there, but there is still some of the like old furniture and stuff like that, and I really enjoy doing that with my builds because it makes them look like a lot more realistic and lived in, and that is exactly what I want for my builds to look like. So about this build, I didn't really know like what I wanted to like do with it exactly when I was building it. Like, I didn't have like a perfect idea for it, but it kind of just came along when I was like making it, and then it just turned out very nice, and I was very happy about that. But usually I have like a good idea of what I'm building when I'm building it, but for this one I did not have a good idea. I just tried to make it as good as I could, and yeah, then it just turned out very nice, and I was super satisfied about that. But yeah, so the reason why I made a home gym for this home was that I didn't know what else to do with the extra room downstairs. So I was like, well, I'm gonna do it a home gym, and that's gonna be just fine. And I was very happy that I decided to do that, because, you know, there is more like things that your Sims can do in this home now. And of course you can make that room whatever you want it to be, but I just decided to make it a home gym, and I thought that it was a nice idea. So now we are making the living room for this home, and I think that the living room is not as good as it could be, but it is still okay, and I think that I'm just gonna like let it be, because, you know, I'm not gonna go and change it anymore, and I just couldn't like come up with any like better things to do with it, so I guess that it is just fine and I'm just gonna have to let it go. But I was really struggling with the living room, especially because I don't like the couches that we have in the base game. I mean, some of them look really pretty in like very old looking like houses or some very different style homes than this is, so I didn't really think that any of the couches would like suit this build, but I decided to just go with those like super basic couches, and I think that it was an okay choice, and I guess that I am just like fine with that. So about the office that I made for this home, it is quite small. So there is basically just a desk and a computer on that desk, of course, and then there is a bookshelf and a chair. But it is still very small, so I couldn't fit anything else in there, but it is a very basic office and I like that. I think that it is a very nice addition to this build because I always like that my Sims have an office that they can use. I don't know why I like it so much, but I just really enjoy my Sims having an office. So about the bedrooms that I made for this home, I was like super happy about how they turned out because I really didn't think that they could be as good as they were in the end, because I don't really like the stuff that we have in the base game, so I was like sure that all the bedrooms are gonna turn out like awful, but they were surprisingly good and I'm just so happy about that, and I really hope that you guys will like these bedrooms as well, and of course the entire build. I'm really sorry if you can hear that. My neighbors are like going like back and forth like all the time, and of course they need to like slam the door and I'm like super sorry if you can hear that. It sounds so annoying, but yeah, I'm very sorry about that. But anyway, what I wanted to say about the bedrooms also is that I think that the size of the bedrooms turned out just right. Like, they're super nice sized, they're not too big and they're not too small. Just like all the rooms in this home, and that just makes me so happy, and yeah, I just love that. And about the kids' bedrooms, I especially like the boys' bedroom that I made. I think that it turned out super cute. I used a lot of blue in there and it just looks amazing. And the other bedroom that I made was for a girl, and I thought that she could be a kid, and then the third kid's bedroom was for a teen girl, and yeah, there is all the bedrooms, and I think that they all turned out just so nice and I am so happy with them. Yeah. So anyway, I think that I'm going to wrap up this voiceover now because I don't really have anything else to say about this build, but I really hope that you have enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and also remember to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos from me. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye bye!